Alrighty, peoples, welcome back to Awful Taste but Great Execution, not to be confused with Great Taste but Awful Execution, which we saw for the first time last week. Let's start off with number 19, this fluffy monstrosity. You know what? At least you don't need airbags, right? Seems very safe. All that fluff has to make for a very cushiony environment if things all go south and you get into an accident. Also, let's not miss the outside, which appears to be wrapped in AstroTurf, which looks very convenient if you ever have to clean it. Also, the inside, if you ever spill anything or drop any item of food anywhere, yeah, that's going to be a problem. I think what happened is that at one point, this person sat in a Rolls Royce, and Rolls Royce, they have this amazing, fluffy little carpet at the bottom. And again, super big pain if you ever drop anything into it. But they were like, this is amazing. Let's make it the entire car. And also make the exterior AstroTurf for some reason, because I'm not really sure why you would want to do that ever. Do you have to water your car? I guess AstroTurf wouldn't, but maybe it's real grass. This sounds like it probably has some nudities, so we'll move on to the next one. I'm not sure why, but this has made me extremely uncomfortable. See, no real dedication here. I was expecting that if you're gonna put teeth fingernails on, you're gonna have fingers coming off of your teeth. So, where's the commitment, okay? This is supposed to be a switcheroo here. It'd be actually pretty great for Halloween, dude. You just put your fingers like up here to your mouth, and then, or you could do this, and then it looks like the teeth are outside your mouth. Yeah, it's still kind of creepy over on the right. I just wish, can we next month, whoever did this, can you just go and put fingers on each of your teeth? Probably more difficult because, you know, you have saliva in your mouth. It makes it more difficult for things to adhere, but you'll figure out a way. I believe you're resourceful. Just take those nail cap things, put them over your teeth, and you can have tingers and neath. Nail teeth and teeth fingers. I tried. Recent top post on here reminded me of this beauty I saw the other day. It's kind of great because the only time you see this is if they're not actually pulling a load. This person obviously loves their truck cab. Or you know what? It's very possible. Maybe this was like a retired truck cab and they decided that they'd just do it as a daily driver. Doesn't seem particularly practical. Hard to fit in a regular parking space or get into any garage or underneath low overhanging overpasses, anything of that nature, but their truck it's being watched over. That is, I did not know that Jesus was actually like 50 feet tall. I've missed that part of the Bible, apparently. But that's wild to know, dude. That's pretty wild that he was, or maybe he could change his size. Like he could go from like human size to gigantic 50 feet tall, pick up semi-trucks, throw them at buildings if he wanted to. It's a whole side of history, which I missed. Balloon crucifix. Speaking of, why is this photo so... It's just like, of all the people that I was expecting to be holding this balloon, I just wasn't expecting like the epitome of 90s. When was this photo taken? This just looks like the most 90s photo of all time, showcasing the new balloon art with that is a six-pack if I've ever seen one in my life. Like, my goodness. Imagine if just the entirety of a torso was the six-pack, the crunches, just straight up ready to like bend the crucifix over with the crunch power on that one. My goodness. Oh man, this Mousepad. You know, if it's a Mousepad and it's marked not safe for work, there's two options, okay? It's either boobs or butt, and it's one of those gel hand rests at the bottom of the Mousepad. Those are the only options. Let's see. Might have to be cut out. There's a possibility this isn't going to make it into the video, but let's find out if I was correct. Risky click. It's very green, though. Oh, okay. This is fine, dude. Just a bit of frog butt in your timeline. You know, not a big deal. Looks like a comfortable hand rest. Then quite a few squats, deadlifts, hip thrusts. Congratulations on your gains looking thick. Never forget, I guess, but I'd rather forget it. Windows Vista, 2007 to 2009, rest in peace. I don't understand why of anything that you could get permanently inked on your body. You'd be like, you know what? Let's have a tribute to Windows Vista. Perhaps this was like the lead programmer for Windows Vista, and they were like super stoked. They put a lot of hard work and effort, and then it was super poorly received, and everyone wishes that they could forget it. And they're like, no, this was an integral part of my life, a true growing experience, and I need to permanently remember it. I can think of no other reason that this is justifiable. Joker Shrek. I don't think I would consider this awful taste but great execution. In fact, I think that if this were actually like manufactured by like via a collaboration between DreamWorks and DC, you could do something really cool with this. What I see here though is it looks like it was a Shrek figurine that was then painted after the fact to be Joker themed. And you can see there's a little bit of fuzziness to the paint, you know, a little bit of bubbling and some interesting textures to it here and there. It's not the straightest of lines, but dude, if you had a Joker Shrek hybrid thing come from the factory, you could actually do something pretty cool with it. I don't think that's awful taste but great execution. I think that would actually be cool taste, cool execution. This is more of an art project though, and did they like did they stick like a screwdriver in Shrek's hand? Shrek's holding a weapon. I feel like he wasn't holding a weapon in the initial figurine. It's probably not super safe for kids there, but you know what? Then Copa came along. Coppa, sorry, that's how you properly pronounce it. Like, whoa, we can't have this Shrek figurine in the back of our YouTube videos. We have to adultify this. How can we do it? Make it the Joker. Just came out, R-rated movie, perfect opportunity to combat Coppa. Just based on that title, we're gonna go ahead and pass on that one and move along to Toilet Paper Cake. That is extremely well done. You can even see, I don't know if it'll make it into the YouTube video with the compression, but you can even see like there's some texturing on the top there, like to show that it's actually rolls of toilet paper. And then they even did like the perforation on the seams of between each of the sheets. Now, is it single or two ply? That's really the question here, because if it's single ply, I'm sorry, I can't eat it. That's just not up to standard, dude. Although it looks like the interior here is solid versus being a hole. I don't know how you're gonna actually get this onto the toilet paper roll holder without a thing that can go through like that. But otherwise, incredibly well done. My only concern is it looks to be a significant amount of fondant, which is, it can stomachache you if you eat too much of it, but well done. I'd take a toilet paper cake for my birthday, because I'm trash. A new form of contraceptive emerges. Every now and again you're wearing flip-flops and it comes off, right? It's not the most secure form of footwear, and if you get into a predicament where, say, you're at the beach and there's a steep, rocky slope that you gotta kind of hike up to get back out or get into the beach to begin with, flip-flops are not the most ideal tool of footwear, but you were going to the beach and you didn't realize this. This way, you get the benefit of the openness of a flip-flop so that if sand gets in there, it can be easily cleaned out, but also the security of a boot so it doesn't just fall off of your foot. If it falls off of your toes, it just gets dragged behind very uncomfortably, like a ball and chain attached to your ankle. I think this belong here. Yeah, I just feel like they could have, you put all this effort into the surroundings of the toilet here, and then you just kept the toilet stock. I'd equate this to Pimp My Ride, right? They would take the cars and they would make them look absolutely wild or put a hot tub in it or something like that. But at the end of the day, the engine would still be the same 15-year-old rusted engine. And that's still gonna break down every 2 days. That's what they've done here. They fancified everything, but the toilet's still the toilet, and it just doesn't fit. Also, you like how it's clearly a public restroom, and they have like the the soap on the wall dispenser, and apparently the sink is like right next to this throne of a toilet. You think they'd give a little bit more real estate fit for a king rather than having hand sanitizer or soap dispenser like next to the toilet. But I don't know, man. I guess whatever works for you. Gingerbread Trap House. Why is this photo so blurry? Or was this added after the fact in Photoshop? They're like, let's do a lens distortion or a radial blur or a motion blur. We see people do it in their YouTube thumbnails. I've never been guilty of this with Minecraft stuff to try to make a mundane object look more interesting. I've never done that in my entire life. It makes it look more gritty. Like, in front of this, they're being bumped by someone else. They're getting into a scuffle while they're trying to take a photo out front. But dude, gingerbread houses, they look too polished. They're not representative of the entirety of the world, okay? Every now and again, you gotta have a rundown gingerbread house that's been abandoned and taken over by people looking to do illicit acts and demonetizable substances and graffiti it. And it's just like, I feel like I've never seen graffiti that just straight up says that. Like, just written on the side of an overpass, just like, who are you saying that? Like, is the overpass that? It's probably why people don't do it, is because like you don't know who it's directed at. And it'd also be weird if you just wrote like so-and-so name is a demonetized, right? That'd be weird too. These coffee mugs. Oh, it took me a second to even like realize what that was. I bet there's someone out there in the real world who actually has a tongue that could do that. That can like stick so far out and then curl back. And so much so that it could be like a handle. It's weird. It's weird now. But you know what? It must be really tasty coffee, so much so that the mug is trying to taste itself. See, your tongue is long enough. It just needed to go the other way. It just needs to go into you. Yeah, how are you gonna taste the coffee down there? It's up there, you idiot. I kind of love these. Is this bad? Oh my God, is this a real thing that Nike once released? Bro, if this is legit, I bet that these shoes are worth like $10,000 or something absolutely absurd. It's like the limited run Nike Cross McDonald's 1997 shoe. Like, this is actually in the balloon Jesus photo. These are the shoes that she was wearing in that. You didn't see it, but she was actually flexing on all of us super hard. And the person who posted this image was just kind enough to crop it out at the feet so that we couldn't see how hard we were being flexed on by the McDonald's Nikes. The tongue is genius, though. It's like the French fry tongue, absolute genius. Incredible. Honestly, I'd wear these. Whoever has, they're probably worth $10,000 because the wearer of these can walk into any McDonald's and get free Big Macs for life. I bet. There's some golden tongue ticket about them. Hamburger Bed from 1972. Oh, I mean, in case you didn't realize, the person who owns the McDonald's Nikes, this is what they sleep in. It's the Big Mac bed. And it's actually part of the terms and conditions of you getting free Big Macs for life with wearing the shoes is you must sleep in a hamburger bed. You make your bed, now you lay in it with cholesterol and everything. This expertly bound $3,200 Bible from 1848, bound in hairy human skin. There's no way to know that this is what the title says it is. It could, for all we know, just be some synthetic thing made to look really creepy, and we don't know if it's a Bible either. It's not labeled. Because it's not like, oh, you'd brand it or something, I suppose, if you wanted to label it, wouldn't you? And if it was legit, that'd be really the way to do it. That's, oh God, that's weird. No, thank you. But it could all be synthetic. We could easily make this in a factory somewhere. We have the technology. Please don't be legit. Like, there's no way from 1848? There's no way the hair would still be there. Human hair wouldn't just last that long, bound to a book. No, I refuse. I don't believe it for an instant. Nah, dude. Nah, you probably got this in like a prank gag gift shop or something. Nope. No. None of this is real. Adult knit onesie. What? I mean, I'm pretty sure that this is Bigfoot in the first kind of like semi-high quality image that's ever been captured. This person appears to be an absolute unit. They're literally as tall as the door. They're literally as tall as the door into the bathroom. How How tall are you? How tall? Oh, how? I've never seen someone who's as tall as the door. What? How, you have to duck to get through doors. It is next level. This had to be custom made. Like, you go in big and tall. Do they sell these? Oh my God, bro. I'm not ready for this person. This is actually Bigfoot. I'm pretty certain. Okay, and the top for the last month. If 13-year-old me became an interior designer. So edgy, dude. Dribbling skeleton flips off all who walk by it. I don't know if it's just kind of I can see people having something like this. It's just not everyone's cup of tea. Is there functional use? Is this like a thing you put your keys around the middle finger or something like that? Or I don't know, maybe the skeleton mouth holds something. It's like a knife holder. You put your knife inside the skeleton mouth, and then it's on your kitchen countertop, or you put it next to your door so you have the keys on it. And also, if anybody ever comes into your house, they know not to mess with you because whoa, okay, you have this sort of thing. All right, we're gonna keep it nice and kosher around here, dude. I'm scared to be here already. Yeah, no, even 13-year-old me was not into this particular kind of design, but everyone's cup of tea is different, dude. Some people are edgelords, and maybe this is for them. It's very possible. Alrighty, well, that's it for the last month of awful taste but great execution. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Make sure to like if you liked. Check out the playlist if you want to catch more of these. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. And that is where we'll leave it off for now. I'll see you next time.